Peace.
What's up? Shh.
Yo.
Check 1 2.
Whoa.
You know, we are back. You have just heard Know the Ledge from the Juice soundtrack done by
Black Raspberry.
Once again.
Done by Eric B. and Rakim. You know, one of Rakim's, I guess, like last good ones for me. I think it charted #1 on the hip hop charts at the time, 1991, 1992. It came out. But you know what? Today we have an Amboy Street reunion, because in Amboy Street we trust, because we have all learned, everybody that's sitting here, if you're losing a fight, you bite someone in the ear and change the direction of the fight by our prophet, Mr. Mike Tyson himself. And Mr. Wilder, that man licked your blood. So you know what? His name is Tyson. His name is Tyson.
Yeah.
We got Back Daddy. We got Mr. Seiko here. And we got Supreme. Peace to the guards. Peace to everyone. Peace to everybody that's sitting here, because I've been knowing everybody here at least 40 years. 40, and I'm 46. So that's a long time of knowing these Negroes that's sitting here. What's going on, people? Back Daddy, you know, come in first, and Sake, I want you to say something, and Freeman, you say something too, brother.
Well, I got my brother here, you know what I'm saying, my physical, you know what I'm saying, Supreme God Allah sitting right across from me. Peace. And he came in to the studio tonight to you know, talk about some of the things he's got going on.
Peace. What you got going on? I already heard some good things, Preem. So I want you to speak, though.
Yes, sir.
I'm trying to get a job too.
Yeah, we trying to talk to the mayor and everybody about, you know, giving us more money.
Right.
You know, to push more people in the direction that we going in.
Right.
You know,
What is the name of your organization?
Brownsville Think Tank Matter.
Okay.
BTTM.
Okay.
And what is their mission?
Our mission is to bridge the gap, you know, for the residents of Brownsville, East New York, you know, Bed-Stuy,
right.
Crown Heights.
Is any of the politicians in the mix?
No, sir.
Okay.
No, sir.
You know, they
emphatically no.
Yeah, you know, and
so you're not dealing with
no, sir. Don't even start calling no names out.
the Cheese and
No.
Alikia?
Nah. You know, they respect us.
I'm just gonna say this because on the last time I saw y'all, right, it was on Cineo. He passed away on the crib, and I was on Tabscott, and I was causing ruckus.
Yeah.
And when they called y'all, and then while y'all was there, the council people, they was there too. So,
well, they was talking to us because they was talking to us a lot, you know, at that moment, because they didn't have the abilities like we got on staff, you know, with us, you know, because we all that's on staff grew up in Brownsville,
right,
you know, that really run the street. And, you know, we converse with Sake, you know, and Bat, you know, all day, you know, but, you know, I was a part of that politic world, you know, so they had talked to me more than they had talked to them because of the views and how I changed my life when I started dealing with them.
Right.
You know, and, you know, I'll never leave my family.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? And they know that. You know, so that's why I left that work, you know, the way I left. You know, and I wanted to do more.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So when I went out and I said, yo, let me just hit the street, you know, and see, you know, what movements is being made in Brownsville to make a difference.
Right.
And then I got with Al and Powerful.
Right.
And they put me on deck. So it was like, you know, I know what I got to do, you know, for my job description in the street is.
Right.
You know, and I'm out in the P's, I'm out on residentials that they don't really mess with, you
Right.
know, but I grew up on residential. I ain't grew up in the project.
How do y'all feel about how the way Brownsville is turning out, I guess, with the gentrification that's going on, and also how the way they are building new buildings actually inside the old parking lots and where the garbage dumps is at? Do you think that it would be next that the projects is going down, they're going to feel the wrath of gentrification like we feeling it on the other side of Brownsville?
Yeah, of course. I think, you know, when I seen Prospect Plaza,
right,
that's when I first started seeing that vision.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Where they was trying to move people out and give them a choice.
Right.
Right. And probably, you know, come down on the rent.
Right.
So they can push them in so they can redo the developments.
Right.
And then they going to just say, oh, you can't come back in.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? And then everybody start moving out.
Right.
And then the regentrification started to kicking in.
Right.
You know, because I see it. You know, MG is doing it.
Right.
They got 3 structures coming
That's
up.
right.
Yep,
That's
sure
right.
do.
On
Right on
Livonia.
Livonia.
But they had that
In the makings.
on. That was like a on 10-year plan
Yeah.
because
True.
when the new people bought into
Marcus Garvey.
Marcus Garvey,
Okay.
L&M.
they already had
Okay.
that right there in the
L&M.
workings.
Okay.
It's just now being
All right.
being done.
It's coming up.
Yeah, we pushing up on that too. As if they building some shit here,
Right.
they gonna definitely give us the opportunity of getting in,
Right.
getting that work. You
Right.
know, people that's actually certified to do the work.
Right.
Right.
What ticks me off with the situation is that I know that there's a lot of hedge funds in building buildings, and it's like, yo, how come us Negroes in Brownsville don't know nothing about the hedge funds that's needed to build where we can make a profit off it too? And it's like, you know what? When I see in Bessie Head Park being done now, it's like, wow. Me being this age, I see Arkbark's purpose. Like you're looking at the reconstruction of Brownsville. It's like I'm looking at those faces. It's not. I don't see a lot of faces in that $50 million contract. That's how do you say
wanna know why,
allocated? Can I just finish?
All right.
Why the $50 million? I don't see a lot of us getting none of that $50 million that's allocated. That word allocated. Go ahead, say.
Right.
I'm gonna say this. Don't forget, a lot of politicians that we saw faces
Right.
was corrupted.
Right.
Think about
I mean, no disrespect to your people, because a lot of y'all ran with them boilings. So I mean,
I'm one of them that didn't.
Okay.
Yeah, but you know, I had my worlds in that shit too.
right.
At the end of his career,
Right.
you know, I was around that shit. You know, when Latrice started, you know, really getting involved with politics.
Right,
But she
right.
really didn't want to get into it.
Okay.
And at that time, you know, Tish James was pushing her.
Right.
Congresswoman Yvette Clarke
Clarke.
was pushing her.
Right.
You understand? And they was the two heads that was pushing her to
get
actually
into-
get involved in Brownsville because
Okay.
she was, you know,
Right.
a resident of Brownsville
Right.
for, you know, since she was a kid.
Like I just said, we had a young man that was in here of Korean descent, and
Oh boy.
he was trying to really sell himself or his mission statement with some new chick. But
Who?
like I
Who is
told
this?
Tosi.
Tosi?
Tosi.
I don't even think that she's up on the
She
what's the
from
name.
Oklahoma?
Yeah, right.
Tulsi, Oklahoma?
Wait a minute. What I want to say is that a lot of the politics go into building. It's a lot of building going on, but nothing is being done inside these hospitals, because I'm noticing that there's a lot of clinics open up in them Brownsville. It's like, damn, we that sick? We that sick?
No, I'm gonna tell you
Go ahead, brother.
on what it is. It's more of federal funding,
Right.
And on most of us, it's an easier way,
Two.
on quicker bread. Nobody got the money.
Four.
Medicaid, everything else. Listen to me. It's a write-off on a write-off,
Right.
because we don't got the bread.
Right.
We don't got the bread, and it's more fiends and everything else.
Right.
No,
But I'm just saying, what I'm
telling you.
saying is that the elected officials are supposed to be directed. The ones that we elect that knows is supposed to be heading us. I know that they don't. I'm just saying what they should do.
but that's why you need to run, and on you too. I stay telling y'all on Supreme, and I stay on telling you. Y'all help others. You know what I mean? Real talk.
Yeah, you're
and
right.
especially you, Preem, because I remember my first time seeing Latrice Walker.
For the first time.
Right, you was the one that was basically introducing her to
to the people, yeah.
on the peoples.
Yeah, it's true.
Real talk.
Even brought her the song for a funeral.
And that's how I got cool actually with her. Like, we're cool.
Yeah.
I don't
remember
trust
we-
her.
I remember we sat in the room when she
You hear me,
first
Cameron?
ran. Yeah,
I don't trust her.
that's right. That's right.
You heard me?
Yeah, because of all the ins and outs.
Latrice? You heard me? I don't trust you.
On the shout out.
I don't trust you.
Yeah, you just took it from one
Hold on,
planet
all
A to
right, yo,
planet B,
all right.
man.
We're gonna leave out of Brownsville and Mike Tyson. We trust.
No.
Wait, hold on.
One more thing.
Go ahead, bro.
Before we leave out of on Brownsville, I just want to say Rest in peace to Mega.
That's right.
No question.
Know what I mean? No, because my brother really like he's on talking about leaving on New York, and I'm telling him straight up, if we do leave, you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
I better have at least with the dog or the cat, because you got cats,
Right.
right? So the cat house in the backyard,
Right.
at least make sure I got a side room to.
You already.
What's the name? All right, we're gonna fly out of our local issues, of HIV, crack cocaine, and gun violence. We want to shoot over to the Orange guy. What are your opinions of Orange Man?
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
My opinion.
Go ahead. P, I'm gonna start with you first. Go ahead.
What has happened?
Because we
here?
always talk about Orange Man.
Orange Man
He's off the chain.
is still in the office, just sitting at the desk at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, okay, in Washington, D.C. What happened to the impeachment? What happened?
Went out the window.
Went out the dang
Impeachment,
window.
it doesn't get you out the seat though.
That's if you got the Senate to go along with
Right,
it. You need the Senate to go along with
right.
it.
It doesn't actually get you. Let me say something. Nobody wants to sit in
Get off the mic.
a seat. You know what I'm saying? That's already like he has a lot of things going on. What they doing is basically they letting them finish out.
Right.
out.
And he should.
Let them finish out.
And he's gonna win again.
You know what?
I'm gonna say this.
Go ahead.
I don't think so because you got 3 white people.
Socialists, but go ahead.
I said white people,
Yep.
That are socialists.
and I said white people.
Right.
I don't give a fuck what it is. Bloomberg only did not take the Republican seat because he already knew that the Republicans wasn't going to
Right.
just say fuck Trump.
Right.
He took the Democratic, and then he apologized to the black people first.
With fried chicken.
Listen, no, let me say something to you.
Right.
He apologized on the black people because he doesn't need on the white people.
Right.
You're right.
He don't need them, huh? He only need the black vote.
To get in office. Are you serious, bro?
You want to know why?
This is electoral college, brother.
I can say something. Hold on a second.
Go ahead.
Nobody thought that Trump was gonna beat Hillary.
Right.
That's right.
Nobody thought. But then we all found out how many races
Right.
white
Was
motherfuckers
in this world. That's
in,
right.
in this world.
That's
and,
right.
and that's how that man won.
Yep. Because her
Talk
politics.
to me, huh?
Right.
Because
No.
you a racist.
No, but I'm just saying.
He's a fucking Republican.
When Hillary came to New York, right? When Hillary took New York, right?
Right.
Because she took New York
My bad for cursing.
by storm, right? In the political race against Trump,
Right.
right? But New York is not.
It's a blue state.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it's not the 52 states. You feel what I'm saying? You still got
That's
more
right.
states that actually
That's right.
to turn over.
And you have that whole belt. You have that whole belt in the South: Alabama, Texas, South Dakota,
Florida.
North Dakota, Florida,
Florida.
Idaho.
Idaho. Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
I mean,
right.
the
That's
Democrats
right.
is only going to win California because there's a bunch of Negroes,
Negroes.
Latinos, and gays.
That's right.
California, New York, Massachusetts, Illinois, with Chicago, Detroit.
All blue.
That's all blue.
Yeah, that's all
You're going to
blue.
win like 6 states, and this man going to still win what's name? That's
47
like Tupac
states.
against Biggie Smalls. What do you say? You only New York.
That's right.
I'm 49 states.
That's right. That's right. That's
Just
right.
saying.
Because we never been all over,
Right.
You know, and they view on politics
Right.
and ignorance.
Right.
It runs deep,
Right.
within the soul of the presidential parties,
Right.
You understand? And at that time,
Right.
a lot of people didn't like Hillary from the time when that thing happened in Haiti.
Right.
You understand?
With the earthquake thing,
With
yeah.
the earthquake, and they didn't bring them resources.
Right.
You know what I mean? As they supposed to be a nation
Right.
to help out other nations.
Right.
That's in
Don't
stress.
forget the Russians.
Well,
Right.
yeah, they
Let's
have.
not forget that.
I
you
mean,
can't.
I said
Let's
it.
not forget that.
You can't.
Listen,
You
what we
can't.
talking about
We-
the Russian involvement in
That helped.
Trump.
Okay.
What?
Get it
if
off.
I
What?
send, if
That's
I
right.
wait, and say if I sent out an email blast and said that Hillary Clinton used to roll with the Ku Klux Klan in the 1960s, what?
Nobody
What?
gonna vote for.
It was bigger than just that.
The United States, our beloved Roman Empire, has fixed elections all the time. Sending out email blasts is not so hard, and that's election
You a
tampering.
racist,
Well, I'm talking about election tampering. Later for my
You was
reviews,
rolling. You voted for Trump.
He messed with Mike Tyson. I always say, why you always keep saying that? All those ice creams Mike Tyson brought, that money went through Trump.
Voted for Trump. That's what I'm saying. People,
You did what?
I voted for
you
Trump.
didn't know that?
I voted
my
for
God.
Trump.
You know what?
See,
Don't never share that political shit with people, man.
he was not watching.
It's like that, son.
He was not watching.
Hold up, son.
Listen,
Don't
listen.
never
Hold up, son. You went against the grain, son.
Listen.
Against the grain.
Listen.
That's his grain.
Is it because he has you have your name in his?
Yeah.
Is it and Trump?
That would be a good political.
Is it and Trump?
He wasn't even thinking like that
Listen,
when he did it.
Listen, I always loved Donald
hump
Trump.
in
He
Trump.
wasn't thinking like
Watch
that.
out there now.
Listen.
When he did it.
I always had a love for Mr. Trump because of Mike Tyson. I'm seeing what he is now. I didn't know Donald Trump was an Aryan like the way that he was. I know that you didn't let black people in your buildings. I know that. But you mess with Mike Tyson, and he's from my neighborhood. So
Why didn't he pardon Mike Tyson?
I'm furious now. Now he
Suge,
can't get my vote.
on Suge Knight.
I said that.
Why didn't he?
He freed a lot of white collar crime criminals.
Why didn't he?
I don't know. I'm seeing now.
Why didn't he?
People,
Roger Stone.
People voted for Bill Clinton, right?
Curb.
I just said it. 3.5 ounces, a 3.58 ball of crack cocaine in the gun got you 15 years, and he enforced George Bush and Ronald Reagan law. Oh, Bill Clinton is cool because he smoked weed and plays a saxophone on Arsenio Hall. So, whoop-de-doo, I voted for Trump.
Well, hold on a second.
Whoop-de-doo.
We not talking about that. He did not pardon your man.
I know.
Your man.
My man. And he told me he was.
And I know you wrote him a letter personally.
But the pardon.
That's your man.
We did a whole lot of shit I don't even know about.
See, listen.
Talk more.
Listen. The term is not finished yet. Don King and Mike Tyson will get their pardon by Trump. Let's get off of that right there. Let's go to the coronavirus. They're saying that it popped up in the motherland. And the motherland is going to have a problem. Being that y'all so under-resourced. I mean, Ebola didn't wipe y'all out, but this airborne virus here probably is going to mess up Africa. And
man-made.
The resources is really going to be stripped, and that's the truth. It is man-made.
And
of course it's man-made.
I'm going to say this. I understand what you're saying, but it was found first in China. Right. I'm saying. Now... It's saying in
Africa, France.
Africa.
People move around though.
I understand that.
But Italy too. Italy.
But the thing is,
Italy, my bad.
It hit first. I'm saying heavy in China.
Right.
We wasn't hearing anything about Africa.
Right.
We didn't. I'm just saying, and I got my ear onto the streets, whether it's here, at China, Africa, whatever.
Well, the virus is spreading like AIDS. It's spreading. And it's airborne. It's an airborne pathogen.
But they said it wasn't airborne.
It is airborne. It's next to the flu, bro.
Well,
if somebody sneezes, you getting it. Go ahead, baby.
Well, look, in order to help, what I'm saying, people out over there in Africa, I guess we could just send them a bunch of boxes of those surgical masks and shit. You could get 3 of them for like $1 or something.
And those are not the good ones.
That's not the good ones.
But it's the one everybody got on the train.
No.
They think it's gonna stop
No,
something, man.
I was in Walgreens getting my medication, and the woman actually was buying
Surgical masks.
and the official joints.
3M. You should get one 3M. And their stock might be going up, so I guess you buy some 3M stock.
Oh, yeah.
Let's take it back home. Let's journey back home. What is one of your most favorable Amboy moments?
I ain't going first on this shit, though. It takes a minute for me to collect my thoughts, man. That's a long time ago, bro.
Amboy was...
I was a beast, man.
That was over 30
I
years
had the
ago.
longest reign. That's just that. I'm just saying.
I said, what's your most happiest moment? Not your
No,
run.
reign is
a terror.
Everywhere I go.
Terror over
Right.
there, man.
Right?
There's somebody from Amboy that loves you and hates you.
Nah, love me.
Right, but there's some hate too. Essay, come on now.
I don't see it.
Okay.
I don't see it.
All right, you just see the love. I'm talking about your most favorable. What's your most favorable Amboy moment? Not your reign, man.
I'm gonna tell you.
And I don't want to hear you beating the murder charge neither. I don't want to hear that.
Nah, that wasn't my most. I didn't even talk about that one. All right.
Rest in peace to that person too. That's not making.
I'll say this. My most favorite was because I just when the boot camp.
Okay.
All of us, I used to bring them to
Amboy.
block parties on Amboy because at that time they was
right
relevant.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Know what I mean? At that time, yeah.
Okay.
It was a good year.
Brother B, what's your most favorable Amboy moment?
Because I
Listen,
rained on it too.
I was on Amboy every dang on day. I had a lot of fun on the block. My most memorable moment would be just being there every damn day, every night.
Like,
You know what I'm saying? There was no particular specific one.
Right.
You know, maybe I could say, I remember School Lover coming on the block for one of the Amboy block parties and dancing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's regular.
Yeah, but you
He
know,
was from Van Dyke.
Right.
yeah, but you know,
He was from Van Dyke. He used to cut through Amboy.
To go up the hill, yeah.
To go up there. He lived in Prospect Plazas though.
right? He
'Cause
did.
I went up
Yeah.
in his crib
Cause
up
that
there.
was- that was
Because
when
Fendi took me up in there.
On which one though?
Dave
Scoop, you
Monk.
got Scoop and Scrap, but Scrap
Right.
lived up there too. He lived
Right.
up there near Pacific.
But one of them had them on dealing with Chicken Son
And Van Dyke.
and Van Dyke because they used to always walk through. I'm not sure. I think it's the one that's still alive now.
Okay, Scrap died.
Scoob is still alive.
Scoop is still alive
Yeah,
because
no,
he DJ.
on Scuba still.
Yeah, because that's Ms. cousin.
Right.
Yeah.
Queen, what's your most favorable moment, bro?
Nah.
Get close to the mic.
I ain't really got none, man. Really?
Right.
Oh, you don't?
It was a whole bunch of stuff.
It's hard to say that.
No, I'm just saying,
That's why
like
I call him my ring because it was
no,
all
my era
every
there,
day.
I was doing more jail time.
Right.
You know, I'm saying at that moment,
Right,
you know, because
right,
every time you see that, I was locked up. You know,
Right.
I know I ain't do a bunch of time,
Right.
but my periodic leaving the block
Right.
was actually a growth development for me.
Right.
Because
What was yours?
Because I never ran with nobody back in those days.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? I never ran with nobody and say, oh yeah, I ran with so and so.
Right.
You know, I had friends.
Right.
And we did nonsense.
Right.
But I'm saying I didn't kill nobody.
I couldn't stand you.
I know you didn't. I remember. That's why I'm smiling, because that's my word. We had worlds though. Like
Right.
when they used to come on the block. Well, all of them used to come on the block, and they say, "Yo, Preem, yo, Garvey over here." I said, "Yo." So me, Yellow,
Right.
Kareem, Black John, you know, and we was like a force on the block. You feel what I'm saying? So. It was a good relationship with us, you know, because we went through the knuckle game.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
played ball.
Yeah.
We drunk 40s, and we got cool.
That was a
you feel
fun
what I'm
moment.
saying? Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
I'm saying
That's
I
the
remember
difference.
that. I remember that.
It's
time.
the difference with like nowadays, like when these kids they grow up and they don't really know each other and they don't like each other, but they automatically they want to shoot each other. Like back then, it was a knuckle game.
That was it.
You respected,
That was it.
win or loss.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
We want to knuckle up again. We just do it.
Right. One of my most favorite moments is how commune the block was.
That block,
it was
yeah.
like a community on the block, and going to the gambling games, and Danny taking us to Lincoln Center. When I first heard surround sound,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
first heard surround sound at Lincoln Center.
Yeah.
Taking us to wrestling,
That's
and
right.
especially the free lunch.
That's
just
right.
to let y'all know,
That's right.
that free lunch
No.
was good.
The best free lunch ever because they actually cooked.
Right.
Was that the church?
No, and down in Amboy.
Yeah.
Oh, you talking about when they had
Amboy,
when they had the kitchen?
Yeah.
When they had the kitchen.
That's
in
right. It was
199?
downstairs. It was downstairs,
Yeah,
and that was like, and
That's
looking
right.
at all the bootleg movies down there too.
That's right.
When bootleg was bootleg.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right, I want to jump off that. I want to talk about hip hop. How do the people feel about hip hop?
You want me to talk?
Preem, since that you older than us, I want you to start it off because you are from the era of the hip hop hibbit to the hip hop. You don't stop.
You know.
Like how do you feel about hip hop?
Well, now
in the building, you know what? I'm not even talking about the era. How do you feel about hip hop period and what
nowadays?
Yeah,
nowadays.
From nowadays to then, and from then to now.
Well, from nowadays, I don't listen to it as something that's groovy for me.
Right.
That's a shame.
I'll listen to it. No, don't get me wrong. I'll listen to it.
I'm
You know
just
what I mean?
talking.
It got a rhythm. You feel what I'm saying? See, I always like beats. The rhyme stuff didn't really matter to me if it didn't make sense.
Right.
Right? But to them, dollar makes sense,
Right.
they gonna do it. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm not mad with it. I'm not mad with no artist.
Right.
To be successful in your talent, find your passion
Right.
and go for it. That's
Right.
me all day.
Right.
But back in the day, it was a different era. I didn't look at hip hop like that. I just grooved to it. You feel what I'm saying? We went to house party. We rocked out. We did this, we did that, and we enjoyed ourselves. With music. But now it's like if you ain't down with some kind of code,
Right.
then you ain't applying yourself to the energies that's going on with hip hop now.
That's not true.
Well, that's the way I see it.
How you feel, brother? Go ahead.
That's the way I see it.
I'm gonna say this, right? Only reason why I love hip hop now is because I got kids that's different ages,
Right.
and I'm gonna keep it real. I don't even be knowing the music
Right.
that comes out now,
Right.
but my kids,
They'll tell you who it is.
they'll be like, "Hey, yo, daddy, look, this song here,"
Right.
It's gonna be hot.
and then I listen to it first, and I be like, "Huh." But one thing is I keep listening to it. You see what I'm saying? And then you wind up hearing it. Like, one thing is, you have to still see, a lot of people don't still listen to the radio.
True.
Right.
True.
If you listen to the radio, it'll keep you up to speed on, because Funk Master Flex, he wouldn't have a job if he didn't stay in tune to DJ Envy in them. They wouldn't have a job if they didn't stay
In the street.
Listening to
In the
this
streets.
new stuff.
In the streets.
In tune to this new stuff.
You see
I know
what
what
I'm
you're
saying?
saying.
You're right.
Yeah.
real talk.
Right. The new artists and everything.
And I try to stay in tune because not just that, not to stay relevant. It's just I got kids.
Yeah, no question.
And, my son, I really went through a lot. You see what I'm saying? And I had to stay in tune with what was going on, because if I didn't stay in tune, I wouldn't be alive now.
That's right. You're
You
right.
see what I'm saying? So it's just, with hip hop, I like it. It changed, but I told you, it was like with the whole Pop Smoke thing. I'm gonna talk real quick. He passed away. It was over some.
Rest in peace, brother.
Right, it was over some beef stuff. But I told dudes, I said, this ain't nothing new. It's the same thing like
Biggie and Pop.
Biggie and Pop,
That's right.
Jay-Z and Nas,
Rivals.
um,
Rival music.
KRS-One and the.
That's right. LL Cool J
MC
and
Shan.
You see what I'm saying?
and,
Right, like
Missing
you know
Link.
what I mean?
What was his name? Cuban
It's
Link.
the same
Cuban Link.
thing that's
Day to
going
day.
on. It's just us. It's the same way how our parents did not listen to it.
Sure didn't.
That's right.
I listen to it because I got to know what's going on.
That's right.
What's up?
How do you feel about hip hop today?
You know what? Hip hop today is a totally different animal from when we were coming up. And, like I said, when we were coming up, hip hop was still a new thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it was more for us. You know what I'm saying? Today's music is not, today's hip hop is not for us. It's for the younger generation. You know what I'm saying? So it's really hard for me at my age right now to relate to what these guys are rapping about or whatever not. Even though they're basically talking about stuff that we talked about, but they got new slang now, and it's hard. It's almost a different language. You know what I'm saying? It's almost a different language. So there's some songs I come across
Blickety.
that I do like,
Yes.
but I don't know. For the most part, it's like my hip hop stuff is over with.
It died out, right?
It died
Yeah.
out.
I ain't gonna lie, yo. I love
Seiko's trying to have his phone to be propped up.
I'm sorry, y'all.
Also, go live.
Go live, right? Going live in the hood,
Go
man. You
I'm
already,
sorry, y'all.
you know.
Today, when I got my bullhead done, you know, in retrospects to Mr. Charles Barkley and Mr. Suge Knight, it's kind of crazy that those two guys has been my role models, the aggressive people. They was talking about the killing of Malcolm X in the barbershop today, and the guy was, you know, saying what he was saying, and I kind of told the guy, I said, listen, it was a collective assassination, with the United States government and the NOI feeling the way that they was feeling, other ministers and other people that was in the nation that had they had their ill will experience towards Malcolm, because Malcolm kind of rebounded and took the nation, and it was a representative of the Nation of Islam, and it became Malcolm X and the Nation of Islam. And I think that the other ministers did not like that.
Wasn't feeling it. Yeah.
I remember on Farrakhan, he said, it's the same way how we are in a game, and the leaders say he got to go. What you gonna do?
Yeah.
You was just caught up in a hard spot.
And the crazy thing, Brother Malcolm taught the FOI. Anybody that speaks out against our spiritual father, Mr. Elijah Muhammad, should be dealt with.
That's right.
And that's what happened.
Accordingly. That's
Accordingly.
Right. That's right.
That's what Malcolm taught them to do.
That's right.
So they, you know, did it. And rest in peace, Malcolm X. I'm not being disrespectful in any kind of way, but we lost Malcolm and we got Muhammad Ali. I mean, I don't want to sound so harsh in saying that, but that's what.
Did you watch the
documentary? I didn't watch it yet.
No, not the documentary, because I don't actually like the documentary. I was hoping it was more of an acting of him.
Okay.
Playing the actual documentary.
That role.
Okay, I hear you.
Because I like the
narratives in it.
On series thing.
Yeah. Right. They got 5 series, I think.
No.
5 episodes.
The series with
Bumpy Johnson and them.
Right.
With Forrest Whitaker.
Yeah, because that was that same era.
Right, but it shows how
that
close
era, Bumpy and Malcolm was.
And where Bumpy kind of used him a little bit.
Right.
To get ahead with the
drug game.
With that heroin.
With the drug game.
With the Genovese.
You know,
with the drug game,
with Vincent the Chin, Jitagati.
What's up, y'all? Yeah.
Touching on another subject, life. We are at that age where I don't want to say it's coming soon, but we're closer to it.
I can't say that.
Right.
You want to know why? Because I know why you're saying that.
Go ahead.
Because we experienced for 2020, it's been a lot.
What?
And, and on 2 months.
Yeah.
In 2 months. Yep.
It's been a lot.
10?
But I'm going to say this.
11?
Because I had a cousin pass away. Remember, like right after Rich.
Right.
And he passed away in his sleep.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Sorry to hear that.
That was me.
You see what I'm saying? Right.
Already.
And my thing is see, you got to be aware of your health.
First and foremost.
Right? Because he passed away in his sleep.
That's right.
A health issue.
Okay.
Helpless.
Rich issue. Nobody is too gangster to
feel it.
On the feel it.
That's right.
A mega issue. And trust me, I've been talking to a lot of people, and people like, nah, damn, like, why mega? And I was posting up, don't wait until you almost 40 and trying to be something that you're not.
In the beginning. That's right.
You see what I'm saying?
That's right.
Everything, it got rules, huh?
That's right.
And see, life, like you said, we're older. Life isn't
inevitable.
Because
that's right.
My family is living till 80, 90. So I know I ain't going nowhere no time soon. It's just we got to be aware. You see what I'm saying? Aware, It ain't about, that's why on you and shit, I'm like, I don't want you feeling like that, because that's not how our on book is written. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You aware, huh?
Yeah.
There's a couple of times you could have shot a motherfucker. My bad, but you didn't. Not because you wasn't
Gangster
see what I'm saying?
enough,
Right? But 100 years, you also knew that.
Right.
And then there's a couple of times you could have probably took something somewhere and got shot,
Right.
but you knew you ain't want to get shot.
Right.
And your help, you always speak about it. So it's you going on to the gym. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just me. I try not to talk death on myself. That's why sometimes when you be posting things, I be kind of like, yo,
What
Right.
are you talking about?
you see what I'm saying? Because we not gonna talk that on us.
Right.
I ain't gonna talk it on me. And I've been shot more times than dudes that's dead got shot. And I'm not saying
Superman.
right, I'm Superman.
Electric Boogaloo.
Because trust me, it ain't feel good.
Right.
Not with them tubes in you. Not with them tubes
didn't
coming
feel
out
good.
you, boy.
Right.
Hey, word
You see
up.
what I'm saying?
That shit do not feel good.
It didn't feel good.
That's right.
You know what I mean? But I don't talk that on me. And the times I did get shot up, 9 out of 10 I was, you know what I mean?
Not doing the right thing or wrong
Right.
place at the wrong place. I could dig it.
Real talk, yo. So I'm just saying, like, you know, we all older, everything else. I just say,
Yeah,
you know,
life is crazy.
right, life is on crazy.
Yeah, it is.
But it's people who live in other places. They don't even.
Go through the
They
trials and
haven't
tribulations.
seen on death as much as us per.
And I'm gonna tell you what, you right quick. The neighbors that's across the street where Mr. Linton Brown passed away. Only thing I can say to the neighbors, well, welcome to Brownsville, because y'all came here thinking y'all was gonna get
The
get
police
that
is standing right there every day.
Yep.
Y'all thought y'all was gonna come in here and this is it's glamorous. Or I guess you must have read some kind of statistic saying that, well, the crime is low in Brownsville, and you come to Brownsville and buy up a house. Somebody got killed right in front of your door. I mean, as harsh as it's, but that's the reality
That's
of
the
it.
reality of life. That's right.
That's the reality of it. Like,
That's right. We talk about life. That's what it is.
That's what it
You know,
is.
it comes with these facets.
all right,
man.
Brownsville in the next 10. Go ahead, B. Go ahead, jump in. Come on.
Less crime than there is now, and even if the crime is not as bad as it used to be 20 and 30 years ago, it's
Right.
going to be even less than that in 10 years. You know what I'm saying? Plus, of course, as you said, gentrification. So there's definitely going to be more lighter faces
Right.
around. A lot of people are losing their homes.
Right.
Okay, right there in our neighborhood.
That's an epidemic.
Yeah, that's an epidemic almost. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, these people, individuals, they're coming not because really it's less crime, but they were coming because, truthfully, it was cheaper for them to live.
Right.
Mess
That's
with
what.
Danny too
Okay,
much.
it was cheaper for them to live. They've got more money than we do, but they're realizing, hey, why should I spend $5,000 a month
This match
In
my
rent.
skiz off.
in rent for a loft in Manhattan when I can spend $1,000
And my
In
crown.
Brownsville.
a month in Brownsville?
Right.
Who made this?
Okay, so this is what brought them down
See,
here,
I
and a
mean,
lot of these people, they have great jobs and they own small businesses.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Well, I can talk about that small business too.
Go ahead, brother. Speak, black man, speak.
Yeah, I had a store too. I had a store in Mother Gaston. You know, I got in partnership with the Arabs, you know, because they basically own a lot of these stores nowadays in Brownsville. And, you know, I got down with the family, you know, put my ones and twos in. And then, you know, I ran the store for like a year and a half or so, you know, and, you know, it's like I wouldn't never do it again.
Right.
You know, to experience what I experienced in that short period of time at the store, I never want to take on that anymore.
Right.
You know, because I had to do things that I didn't really want to do.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? And, you know, it was nice, but it wasn't nice because I was surrounded by the PJs, you know,
Right.
and when you were surrounded by nicer developments and you trying to run your business, you want different faces to come in your store to
Right.
see what we got to offer.
Right.
You know, I was pushing it, but it still never took away from the hood. You feel what I'm saying? Because they was in there constantly. So
Right.
when they in there, you know, the faces are looking, and then they'll just keep it pushing. You
Right.
feel what I'm saying? I seen it, you know, because I was there 7 days a week for
Right.
close to almost 2.5 years.
Right.
Yeah, every day. So, you know, for opening the place and closing it, you know, and seeing, you know, my growth in numbers
Right.
wasn't real serious at the end of the session in that store. So, you know, for me to just turn around and say, "Oh yeah, I'll make some money and I'll do it again," it really wouldn't be something that I'll think about doing again.
Right.
It wouldn't be,
Right.
because it wasn't really successful at the end.
Right.
Yeah.
We just had a big fight, and the United States once again is not sitting up as the top of the heavyweight division anymore. And we see that Wilder got his butt whooped. Well,
He can't box, huh?
Okay.
At all.
He's a power
Hitter.
hitter.
He's like Reggie Jackson.
Because I fight,
Right.
and I was looking at it, and I'm saying I done got knocked down a couple times, but
Got back up.
I fight. And you hit your way back in. He was just trying to, you saw him more so, and see, on Fury, I'm telling you, he came in
With a plan.
and he already
He came in
knew
with a plan.
that he could not fight.
Yeah.
And he's from Germany.
Right.
It's
Britain.
less
UK.
Yeah.
Yeah,
UK.
UK.
on you. It's less social media. He is probably watching. I'm just saying. I know myself, but I told everybody that it was a third fight on clause in it.
Yeah, it is
So-
a clause. Yeah.
So he came in probably cocky, like, you want to know what? Even if I lose, the third one is the paper, whatever. But he probably get on training from Mayweather now, and because he already know he has to fight.
Well, he came.
Right.
He came through that rank, actually, from the Bahamas. You know, he came through that rank from
Right, but-
Mayweather's camp.
But the thing is,
know.
he's never been a fighter though.
No, he was just a power hitter.
Right.
He had that
I
one
mean-
hitter quitter status, you know, and in that
saw
heavyweight
his-
division. No, I'm saying in the heavyweight division in history, it
His
was like
ears bleeding, his nose was bleeding.
everything was bleeding, man. His mouth was bleeding,
Batman, did you watch the fight?
you know.
No, sir, I did not see the
Yeah,
fight.
but we was talking about that when we was coming here, and you know, seeing, you know, knowing about the fight game.
Right.
I know it's more of a money factor
Right.
on how they sell tickets.
Right.
You know what I mean? How many people they can get in the room.
Right.
You know, and view this fight. And the more celebrities that come through to see a heavyweight bout,
That's right.
it's like they trying to just bring that energy back.
Right.
You feel
$80 too, huh?
How much?
$80
Well, that was the lowest ticket, right?
on pay-per-view.
Oh, $80 now.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh, it was
that was
$80
pretty
for the
high.
pay-per-view?
That was pretty high. 'Cause they used to be
$80.
$49.99
Well,
or something.
I guess
I remember.
I better get that ESPN Plus then, because that's what it was on
Well,
for $7.99 a month.
$80.
Wow.
Yeah, but and
That's
like
a
I
lot.
said, when you get more people to actually prescribe to the pay-per-view channel,
Right.
you know, and they putting their card in and
That's
they
right.
get in the fight.
That's right.
And what you getting out is something that you didn't really expect.
Right.
You know, because everybody was expecting Wilder to win. Like I said, I know
I
the
like
game.
that.
I know the game, man, and I knew he
got
wasn't
beat
going to win that fight.
every round.
You know what I mean? And from start of the bell, man, it was like he wasn't even enthusiastic to throw anything.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? All of that hype that came before the fight,
Right.
weeks before the fight, was just trying to build up ticket money, ticket
Right.
status, you know? And it was like, it was already preordained how that fight was going to take place.
Right.
You know?
Do you see these guys surviving in the times of Mike
No,
Tyson?
never that.
Okay.
Never that.
I don't know, because these
Nah.
guys here is 7, 8. Mike Tyson's like, what, 5 something?
5'11".
5'11".
No, I'm only saying that because an uppercut and up the middle,
Most dangerous hit.
Mike Tyson was like 5'11".
But he was a beast with it, man.
No,
Beating up people that were 6'4".
right. I never saw him on beat up anybody's 7. This guy.
Wow, I mean,
Here,
Furry,
Furry is like
6'11".
no.
He's 7 foot.
Nah, he's 7 foot. Yeah.
He's 7 something, huh?
7 something, 7'1", 7'2".
Wow.
Yeah,
Is this the white guy?
7'2".
Is he like a white guy?
Yeah.
He more than 7'2" because
he's
Wilder.
Wilder's 6'3".
No,
6'11". He's
6'11".
on 6'11".
Yeah. So
That's what I'm saying,
he got about 3-4 inches.
Yeah,
man.
yo.
He was looking down on
So
him. Man.
I'm saying 5'11". Like, no, you gotta really
Get that work in.
you gotta really fight.
Right.
You got to really tack that body, man.
Where do y'all? I mean, how are y'all loving that Bessie Head is being reconstructed?
Oh man,
I'm so excited because you know me, and
We're going to do a lot of shows in there, though.
we're gonna do a lot of things, huh?
I'm pissed off already. You know, they knocked down the stairs, which is, you know what I'm saying? Come on, that's like a Brownsville landmark.
Right.
But it
Okay.
didn't bring no good memories to me. Though.
Right. No, it only
It
brought
didn't bring no
good memories
to me.
onto me because I got a lot of.
Yeah, watch out
Listen.
there now. Watch out there now. You watch out there now.
I ain't even going to say that part on
Young
there.
man, you watch out.
Pussy pay.
And a lot of old school people from Brownsville, women and men, that was the first thing they said. Is like, I lost my virginity
On them stairs. In the cut.
in the
Yep.
cut.
That's right.
When it was dark,
Yeah.
What?
Oh yeah.
oh man.
Everything transpired up in that
This is
part.
Pornhub before Pornhub.
You know what I mean?
Hey,
But
you just had to know, man.
But and just like we was talking about, to circle back on that era when crack first hit our town.
Right.
These is all the hot spots.
Right.
That we made money in.
That's right.
You feel what I'm saying? Bessie was one of the
That's right.
one of
those hot spots.
one of the top hot spots.
That's to make the money. That's
and,
right.
and we always had an out.
That's right.
If the boys came. So,
Right.
I was
Exactly.
one of them. I was one of them in the 80s. And, like I said, it's a lot of history in that
Right.
place to
Right.
not see it no more.
Right.
The way it was presented to us when we came about.
Right.
You know what I mean? In the neighborhood. Because, we started hanging out in Bristol Park. You feel what I'm
Right.
saying? We
Right.
wasn't really going to Bessie Head, man.
Right.
I'm saying it was just a chosen few that went in the pool in the summer.
That's right.
You feel what I'm saying? Because I never hit that water in that pool. I think
I miss Bessie Head.
No,
I was chosen.
Yeah, I know yo, but
Decent.
all day.
Look, I just couldn't do it.
But
Double L's, low life.
yeah, I mean, word up, all day, man. And that was like our hub.
Yeah.
Actually, for different events that really popped off there.
Right.
During those 80s.
They supposed to be putting an ice skating ring there too. They're
Really?
supposed to cut it down.
Cut what?
They're
I
gonna
didn't-
cut.
I didn't
They're
see
gonna
that
put the
part.
ice skating ring and cut down where the 16 feet is at.
Uh-huh.
They supposed to build an ice skating ring to cut down the pool. That's why they going to 2021
Okay.
and opening the whole park back up.
Okay.
They probably finished the where we play at probably by the summer, but Bessie Head pools are gonna get touched too.
Yeah, but
Because I seen the blueprint, the plan, the
Yeah,
blueprint.
but see, that's the thing. See, I remember when I was working with them.
Right.
You know what I mean? And they started having all of these gatherings with community,
Right.
right? And they was drawing blueprint,
Right.
Right? And they was seeing who got the best sketch.
Right.
One of them name was I don't know his government name, but we call him Q.
Right.
And he designed our office.
Right.
When I was working with State Assembly, but he do a lot of graphic design.
Right.
And they got to pick and choose
Right.
through district manager to see how they going to do developments.
Right.
Even though Alika headed that whole thing up.
Right.
She brought that money from the city, and to do these projects.
Right.
And that was her first.
Come up, I guess.
Not really come up. That was her first idea of
Okay.
being a city councilwoman.
Right,
You know what I
right,
mean?
right.
That was her first agenda.
I see y'all don't
You
call
know.
me to come to that meeting no more.
Well, like I said, the
third
like
of
I
the
said,
month.
I got wind of it when she was running. I already knew she was going to run.
Right.
Before Darlene Milley got out of office, I
Right.
knew she was running.
And
but
Darlene, you's a snake because you voted for Bloomberg to get that
fourth
third term.
that third
in.
term, yeah.
You,
That's
Darlene
right.
Mealy, wherever you at.
That's right. And like I said, when I look at things, I look at it for what it's worth.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Because you know, certain events that I go to, I see these people that was in office.
Right.
Now they want to be your friend.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? But when they pass by you, they don't know who the heck you are.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? And a lot of them was that type of person.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? And, you know, they need us to actually make a move.
Right.
You know, in that community.
Right.
You know, is a real big community when
Right.
it comes to voting.
Right.
You know what I mean? And
But
you
a
know,
lot of the people don't come out to vote though.
well, you know, but you know the reason why. You understand? They never really did anything
Right.
to big that community up.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? They see the plaza going up. You know, they got their little community room.
Right.
You know, I don't know about hiring folks in the
Right.
community. Yeah, I mean, because I've seen a lot of faces I don't know.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? That say, oh yeah, we live in Brownsville. Who the hell are you?
It'd be mostly the old timers, yo.
Nah, it was a lot of young
No,
folks.
I'm
I'm
talking
saying in
about-
these centers.
On community meetings.
Oh yeah, true,
Okay.
true.
Yeah.
True.
You know that, huh?
Yeah, community board
How many
16.
times-
Yeah, community board 16 got a lot of
We
old
went there
people.
and
No, you're right. I remember
Viola, what's her name? Viola what?
Viola Green.
You whack too.
Yeah,
Okay.
district manager, district
Yeah.
16. Community board 16.
And one thing
Yeah.
I don't like about the community board is that they sit on that board like they're a Supreme Court judge. 'Cause
Yeah,
I just put in my
that's
application
ridiculous.
again, which I already know
They're gonna shoot you down.
they're gonna shoot me down again.
Yeah.
But hey, keep hope alive.
But you know, I talked to
I put in
Deidre.
for
I
it
talked to
again.
Deidre about it. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, you know, we real close. Yeah, I mean, I know a 30 plus.
yeah.
You know, and you know, she come hard. You know, at folks. You know what I mean, and you know, she had to. You know, I talked to her about you know